movie goers, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I am your host, Denise, and this week I am doing an oldie but goodie review. And I'm going to cut right to the chase. This film is one of my all-time favorites. My oldie but goodie this week is A Raisin in the Sun, starring the great Sidney Poitier and Ruby Dee. Diana Sands are your main characters, and Claudia McNeil. Wow. I saw this movie decades ago as a rerun because when the movie came out, I was just born. So I was a child when I saw it and enjoyed it the first time I saw it. But as I got older, I watched it again and I was able to understand the movie in every aspect of the entire meaning of family and dreams and generational things that were just passed down that, took hold of just about everyone in this film in a different way. And they just all kind of viewed life in this particular situation differently because everybody wanted something different. So in this movie, you have a family matriarch who was played by Claudia McNeil in this particular version. And she had, her husband had passed away, and so an insurance check was coming her way in the amount of $10,000. So $10,000 to folks who have never had that much money ever in their lives is a huge deal. So she is the matriarch of the family, which includes her son, played by Sidney Poitier, and daughter-in-law, played by Ruby Dee, her daughter, played by Diana Sands, and the couple's very young son. They reside in an apartment that has just 2 bedrooms. Okay, so I've listed a lot of people living in a 2-bedroom apartment, but they make it work somehow. So the son is a chauffeur. The wife and matriarch clean houses for white families, or they work in their kitchens. And then the daughter is an aspiring nurse. So she's in college. So she's got big dreams of being something big. She wants to be a doctor. And so her dreams are huge in terms of her education and what she wants to do and how she wants to move forward in her life. The wife just wants to get out of that apartment, and it's too small, and everything seems to trigger her in some way, so she just wants to get out. And then you have the son who's got this big idea that when that insurance money comes, he and his friends have decided that they are going to open a liquor store. And so that clearly goes against what the mother wants. It goes against what the sister wants. Everybody has an idea of how to spend this $10,000, but it is the son who keeps hammering away at the fact that if you give me the $10,000 and I open this liquor store with my 2 friends, our lives are going to change tremendously and we'll have money. We'll have 10 times more than this $10,000 because from what he's seen and what he's heard working in the white man's world, all they talk about is money and wealth and how they have achieved what they have. And he seems to think that, hey, why can't that be available to me? So in this film, there's a lot of headbutting You know, there are arguments almost daily about what is to become of this newfound wealth. And they are waiting anxiously for the mailman to bring the $10,000 check. Well, when the check finally comes, Mama has her own plans. And even though, you know, she's got her own thoughts of how to spend the money, she takes a portion of it and puts it down on a house, which sounds great. But everybody isn't happy about it, especially the son, because now she's put down $3,500 and that just leaves, you know, $6,500 left for me to start my business. And so as the movie progresses, you know, Mama is strong in her faith, but she hates to see what this $10,000 is doing to her son. And he's drinking a lot and he's just, you know, really losing himself because his dreams just don't match what everybody else wants. And so once she relinquishes the rest of the money that she has to him, she gives him specific instructions. A certain amount goes to help your sister, and then the other amount goes in the bank for you to, you know, put it in the bank and let the money grow. And so fast forward, he doesn't do what his mother asked him to do. He decides to take the money and give it to his two friends so that they can, you know, make the big deal on the liquor store. Well, sometimes your friends just really show you who they are, and one of the friends just took off with the money. So now the dream of owning a liquor store and just, you know, building wealth has crushed this man, and of course crushed the mother because she put her trust in him. So you have so many different dynamics going on in this movie, but it is powerful. The dialogue, the scenes were just so powerful and moving. But in the end, you know, he realizes that what I did was horribly wrong. And even though the homeowners association of the new white neighborhood wanted to buy them out, he said no. He said, we're moving in. We don't want your money. We are proud people and we will not be bought. And so there is light at the end of this very dark tunnel, but it is a powerful, powerful movie. If you haven't seen it in a while, check it out. It is just, you'll learn more things about it. I learned more things about it, you know, after I've watched it. I've watched it several times, but each time I understood maybe a particular dialogue a little bit better, or I understood why one person felt this way about this particular situation. So that is my review this week, my oldie but goodie, A Raisin in the Sun, a cinematic classic indeed. All right, folks, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And remember, I am available on HYSI. I'm available on BlueSky at HYSI. All right, moviegoers, you know what to do. Until next week, I need you to see a movie because I'm going to see a movie. Until next week, bye-bye.